guys to our locker room here. Obviously, this is our game day locker room, and it's a project that kicks off our Day One Ready campaign and a lot of the facilities that we're upgrading along with that campaign. But this was such an important piece to our football program. It's a reflection of where our football program currently is, which is a top 20 program in the country, and this is the type of facility that we need to compete Day One in the Big 12. So excited to have you all here, excited to walk you through and show you just a little bit about what this facility has and what it's all about. 5,000 square feet, 2,000 more square feet than what we used to have in terms of just space for our student athletes to get ready for games and prepare to go out there and win games on Nippert. So let's walk through. I'll show you a little bit what we got in 120 lockers, and we'll do that. So obviously, very clean look. That was part of what we talked about when we looked at this facility. Went with the white lockers, which is always great. I think it just it pops. The ventilation was really important. It's always important in locker rooms, but we really worked hard to make sure the ventilation gets up and out of here. So when people bring back shoulder pads, helmets, those types of things, we get it all out of here, and it smells fresh, it smells clean in here, which is always important. So we'll go back here and just show you our nutrition area. As you kind of head on back and see all the different lockers that we have. Obviously, coaches determine how they break it down by position, and there's some strategy behind where everybody's at in here. So I know there was a lot of thought put into that, but so we can head on back here. Again, very clean and straightforward, but this is a place where our guys are going to fuel. We talk about the difference between feeding our student athletes and fueling our student athletes. And so one of the important things that we're going to continue to do is enhance our nutrition program. We brought in a dietitian this year, Dylan Freeze, and he's been great. Came in, he's going to have a staff with him. And so he'll use his space, he'll do a lot of things around shakes and different food products to make sure that our student athletes are fueling the right way. And so, even before a game, they'll come in here and be able to get their nutrition and get ready before they head out on the field. So that's what this space is all about. Go ahead. Yeah, okay. Continue to walk through here. You can see, as always, graphics are so important. A lot of thought goes into that. It's really our coaches and our staff thinking about who they want to represent us on here. You'll see a lot of our former players, Sauce Gardner, others, and obviously there's a lot of NFL players that we now have that we can highlight as well, especially those that were drafted last year. And so you'll see that throughout this facility and throughout all of our facilities. So here's Sauce right here in the Cotton Bowl game right there. So I think the graphics, again, are very clean look. That bright red contrasting with the white is always kind of a good look for us. So we'll walk down here and show you our hype tunnel. And this was really important to Coach Fickle. There was never a way to get out of our locker room and onto the field in a very straightforward manner. And there was never an opportunity to really get the team hyped up inside the locker room area before they went out. And so now we have a whole new experience for our team as they head out onto the field. So you can see the graphics are so important. I'm going to echo in here a little bit, but the graphics and the lighting and the sound. So brand new sound system. When you get in here and they turn this thing up, it's a party, and that's what it's all about. We're going to have our team line it up in here. They're going to get hyped up. The lighting is going to be going. Different lights are going to be flashing. They're going to pop through those doors, go down a tunnel now that we'll have covered, and it'll be kind of an entire experience getting out onto the field that we've never really had before. That some other schools have really done a nice job with. So we're gonna really think through how we want to highlight that and what we want to show. But by the time they hit the field, our crowd's going to understand that the team's coming to play, and it'll be a lot of fun to be able to produce that and put that out there for our fans. So Any questions at all that you guys have right now about this space, this locker room space, and what we've been able to do with it?
Sure, you guys got some questions.
This is something that was obviously important to Coach Fickle. Overall, how satisfied are you and Coach and everybody with the end result now that it's finally completed?
Yeah, it's exactly what we were looking to do, to be honest. So we wanted, if you were in here before, you felt the age of the facility. And so we wanted to clean it out, clean it up, make it bright, make it really pop, make it clean. And that's exactly what we've been able to do with this space. And then we also have the Bob Going team room next door that we were able to redo as well. And so that's an important space for our football team, obviously, right now. Eventually, they'll move into a new facility, but our athletics department will continue to use that space for our meetings, and it will always be a prominent space for us.
I know it wasn't something that was intentional, but how much did it help maybe having a former Bearcat, somebody that had some skin in the game like Zach Tobler
Zach did an amazing job, and I think it always helps because they just had that passion. And so obviously when Zach came on board with Skanska, what they were able to do and how they created this space and took it from old and tired to fresh, new, clean, and again that pop and that excitement, it was great. So I give a lot of credit to Zach, and that's the type of person you want on this project.
Was there an aspect of the locker room or this whole facility that you guys felt was the most important that you needed to have for the team to be as well prepared and ready to go for game days?
This height tunnel in this new way to get out onto the field was really important to Coach. And so when we realized that we could make that happen, that was something that was a key. And then obviously just the cleanup of the lockers. Like we needed that space for our student athletes. It's obviously a great space. They're going to come back here and they're going to celebrate victories too. That was the other thing we wanted to really highlight. And as Zach thought through that, have the guys come back in after we win, get around that CPAW on the ceiling, have it light up, hit the music, and have a little fun, because that's what it's about when you come off the field with a victory. So really excited to highlight that and be able to showcase this facility, in those clips after victories.
Was there any thought to putting a section of rafters in so Coach could get his pull-ups in?
I've heard that a couple times. We might have to add that. That may be a late add, because that certainly is the one image that you always think of. But hopefully we have a lot of those types of scenarios and a lot of celebrations that take place in this locker room.
I know the IPF kind of changed the things you were doing. Did it impact timelines, resources? How did knowing that is coming impact what all you ended up doing in here?
It had a big impact. So kind of how we, we were obviously going one direction. COVID impacted this project as well, to be frank. And so because of that, it actually worked out, because what it allowed us to do is just take one step back and realize, okay, well, we're gonna build this other facility, $100 million facility. And so let's rethink this a little bit. It's still going to be important to us. It's always going to be a place where our student athletes spend important time. And from a recruiting standpoint, it's crucial to have. But let's take a little bit of a step back and do it the right way, but make it, reduce the cost of it quite a bit, because we've got this other great facility coming.
Any other questions for John? All right, this time, if you guys need anything else